All right, and we are into game one. Team Global Taunt versus the Void Reavers. I know everybody was getting real antsy in chat. We had our little toaster cooking up some bread, some toast for us. But now we're ready to go. And right off the bat, we have Void Reavers making a early invade, a stack down in the bot lane. They're going to look for maybe some early aggression. This is the first early aggression that we've actually seen all tournament.
I've earned the kill.
Leona walking up. She might not ward. Okay, she's going to walk right into it. Face check as the whole group hits the binding. She's flinged, and she goes down. First blood goes over to Varus. The pings come out. It's always good to have it. Just throw the ward down to check if you're kind of late buying your items.
Yeah.
And then
Minions have spawned.
Alright, sorry about that. It was lagging a little bit, but I believe we fixed it, so. Still hanging around in this bottom bush, trying to figure out what they want to do. Looks like poor Leona was gonna come again, but Lee Sin spotted out that invade.
yeah, thankfully the Q comes across, puts everything up, and now we're into the game. And it should be going a lot smoother here. We had a double stream going, so just give us a couple minutes. Right, Rengar making his way back towards his own buff here. Now we did see that red buff steal, but they didn't clear it out yet, so it's going to be hanging out there until whenever they decide to pick it up. Lee Sin matched that invade. Both teams didn't clear it out, so they're going to have to get that later. And Medani actually making a very good move here. She's going to be able to pick up an easy first blood. Rengar has no idea this is about to happen. And just like that, or not a first blood, but another first kill. And that's going to be double buffs going over a very important roam. Just right over, you know?
It's essentially first blood. I mean, she got a lot of gold and the double buff, so
yeah,
highly worth it.
That's definitely not what you want for an AP Tristana.
And he putting down her usual poke. I'm sure we'll see a lot of that this game.
But and overall, it was a really good roam, you know? It was a good move over, put everything back up.
Well, they had a ward there, so I wonder if they saw Rengar going in with low health.
Well, it's easy to assume, you know, once you counter the red, and you just would immediately move right back over to your own blue. Varus taking quite a bit of poke there. Leona, she actually received a good amount of damage back. Renekton taking quite a bit of damage from all the minions there.
Combined with the poisons of Singe, it's
Oh yeah.
Ticks away faster than you think.
It sure does. I mean, if he had Ignite, he'd probably be dead right now.
He has ghosts. Maybe if he flings them, he could finish him off there. Renekton will probably flash.
Possibly. A strong Cold and Meek inside that whole minion wave will keep him up high enough, at least to survive for this round. But, you know, Singe was a good pick, and this is why it was banned against him.
Yeah, he definitely knows how to harass his opposing laner out, but we have a gank mid. And
Tristana's able just to rocket jump away. Yeah, it's going to be hard to gank her, especially with the double buffs. She's going to be able to spam out those explosive shots and then just jump away whenever she needs.
Yeah, all these lanes are actually pretty hard for Rengar to gank until he gets his ult.
Well, you know,
that's the escape, but
that's the tough aspect of Rengar. Thankfully, at least he doesn't rely on a blue buff to jungle.
yeah, that's good.
And while red does speed up his jungle speed somewhat, he's still somewhat okay with the sustain he has. I did. Everything's matched up.
Alright, still Renekton's been forced onto his tower this whole game. Lee Sin's finally gonna give him some help though. We'll see if they can get off a clean gank.
I think he's just going to end up backing in the bush. I mean, even though he's pushing, that's only pretty much there for just harass purposes. More damage coming down. Annie actually not doing too bad. Now, she did fall behind in CS a little bit, for sure. But she has been able to pressure out Mindani quite a bit.
Yeah, she's way behind CS. She needs to catch up, which she should be able to here now that she's forced to back, but...
Zenith Blade goes on to Leona. Goes on to Morgana. She's just going to walk away. A little late on the shield there. Stops a little extra damage. So a nice little bit of early aggression. I think everybody's kind of calmed down a little bit. And again, this is the first time that these teams have played each other, so got to feel it out a little bit. See how the other team kind of likes to play their style.
Yep. And no one wants to drop game one. You never want to have to.
Yeah, of course. We'll probably see our next action around level 6, probably around 7 minutes or so when those junglers catch up. It'll be a little bit delayed since Lee Sin, he wasn't counter jungled, but he did go for 2 ganks that didn't actually pan out, so he was just kind of waiting in a bush. So he unfortunately didn't get anything like that. But CS is fairly even across most of the lanes. There's a CS advantage for Team Global Taunt in mid and top.
Yeah, Renekton actually doing a very good job being forced under his tower, still having more farm than Singed.
Yeah, we know that won't last very long though.
Yeah, one Singed poison can take out the minions pretty easily.
Yeah, and it takes around like rank 3, or depending on your AP, rank 3 is pretty much that normal level when you just start getting all the minion waves, everything. And then yeah, I'm sure he's gonna maybe start trying to global and oh wow, coming in, that's gonna be enough damage to bring him down. The dots slowly ticking away.
Yeah, with Tristana's ability just to 100-0, it's gonna be a hard gank. Like we said earlier, they're gonna have to get that stun with the perfect timing to be able to burst her down before she's able to burst you down or jump away.
And we see Renekton going in, uses his ult, uses the ignite, but Singed doing what he does always, just popping his ult and running away.
Yeah, he didn't even use Ghost on that. He wasn't really worried. Plus he was low on health, so he's going to want to regen anyways.
Yeah, not too much kill pressure, and this is quite literally the mechanics of Singed just running around in a circle as it goes. But Tristana, she's 2-0 now. We got to be careful. As soon as she picks up that DFG, it's going to be free game.
Yeah, they're already letting it get out of hand. I mean, from the early invade to now, using her ult just to harass Annie, though. She's tired of taking all the poke.
Yeah, and look at the damage that she's put down already. I mean, it's only a matter of time before she can jump in and re-combo that down kill. Singed coming in top lane. Rengar actually jumps out of his stealth before he stacked his ferocity. He lands the slow. He's going to be able to get the second auto attack. He gets flinged. Lee Sin's going to go down to the poisons in the top lane. A good counter gank by Rengar.
Rengar was in the right place at the right time, just coming off golems.
Binding just barely misses. Now, it is a little unfortunate. He did use his ultimate when he was already standing in a bush.
Stunned under the tower.
Stunned under the tower. Singed getting a little bit too greedy there on the poke. Good play by Renekton to capitalize on that mistake. And a quick feint onto Varus. That's going to be the bullet time into the exhaust as well. And he's just going to be able to walk out. This one maybe turn around the kill onto Leona. We'll see here. Nope. He's going to go for the snipe anyway. They're pushing it back. The binding on Darien. The heal comes out, but it's going to be able to stack the Imperial shots. He may be a double kill for Leona. There we go.
Minions,
there it is. The double kill into the minions. But there's a Singed. He came in. And we're going to get the fling. So, a 2 for 2, but 2 for 2, but he rotates down. Singed with a good teleport in on that ward deep in the bush. Makes it a nice play.
Yeah, we didn't even see that one come in, so I doubt Leona saw it too.
And that was a good trade in the bot lane, definitely. I mean, Devariant held on to his heal for probably as long as he possibly could, and Varus did a really good job of kiting backwards and waiting out that exhaust damage before putting down his Q and anything else.
Yep.
So good play. Definitely good job of Singed to know he can roam down and pick up another kill. And as much as AP Tristana gets out of hand, Singed also has the same potential of running away with the game.
Yep, he's got
literally.
that tier Giants belt, so he's got the health item, and then he's stacking health with each little
And he
bit
picked
of
up
tier.
the Ninja Tabbies too as well. Yeah, I wonder how long it's going to be before he starts proxying. I'd imagine pretty soon. I mean, with Renekton's build right now, it does make it a little bit hard for him to keep up with all that.
Yeah, I don't know if proxying is going to be exactly what he wants to do. He might just be fine in between towers, or in between his own tower and the enemy tower, just farming it up, since he's still being able to harass out Renekton. But once Renekton gets some magic resist, it's going to be a lot harder.
Yeah, I think the biggest threat that'll come out of proxying is actually the damage from the minions and trying to CS under turret. Because without the Hydra build, he just doesn't have the lifesteal to continually tank minion wave after minion wave. Just the cooldowns aren't in his favor like that.
Well, if he goes for the tankier build, it'll allow maybe Lee Sin to not be as tanky, but I mean, Lee Sin's still gonna want some.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at trades like this. Kiharu's walking out of that with pretty much full health. He doesn't even look like he got damaged.
Yeah, and with no AP either.
Dark Bindings being avoided very well.
Yeah, but Tristana waiting
got
here
some
in the
great
wings.
positioning on this one. And Tristana may be looking for a gank here. Now they have the Tri-Bush warded, and look at that, Singed's already trying to proxy farm.
He sees Lee Sin mid, so it looks like he's gonna try to go for
Yep, he
some
does.
free
He's
farm.
gonna be able to
Renekton
get
just
that.
needs to go farm, like counter farm though, not worry
Yep.
about him. Wait for Lee Sin to come.
And they're starting up an early dragon here. They do have the advantage. They do see Rengar as they put down a ward, but he did go stealth immediately afterwards. Tristana's going to try and follow, but I don't think that's going to work too well. We'll see if he's able to get enough damage down before he falls to the ignite and heal. Nope, doesn't work.
But we are gonna have a fight
The
here
Ona
with the dragon.
ult, the Ona ult just missed onto Tibbers, lands onto two people. A stun bullet time come across, but not doing too much extra damage. Devarian's actually tanking up the dragon. He gets kicked into dragon. Morgana falls down from a little bit of the bleed on the red buff that had just gone, and Renekton now joining the fight a little bit late. Tristana re-entering the fight from the top. She's going to be able to jump onto Annie. She's going to get the resets, but falls down from the damage between Singed. Looks like they're going to be able to kite this one out and get a 4 for 3.
Oh yeah, that was real good. I don't think they'll be able to do the dragon unless Singe tanks it up, but
Probably not be able to do the dragon, but
They're
a
gonna try.
chaotic team fight. And I believe that was actually only a 4 for 2. Either way, they're going to try and micro out the dragon, and it looks like they're actually going to be able to do it.
yeah, I wasn't sure if Singe did enough damage yet,
Yeah.
but he obviously does. So
Singed is pretty tanky now, actually, already. He's got a lot of base health, so that's going to work there. But at the end of that chaos, we have a 5-1 Varus. And Tristana walked away with 1 kill, so she's 3-1 now. But wow, 5-1, just like that.
But with the Tristana being the that person on the other team, she can delete Varus pretty easily. So
That's true, but
it's gonna be up for Varus' team to be able to peel for him so he doesn't get one shot.
that was a really good call and reaction by Void Reapers, though. They had the bear, they saw the dragon, and responded to it very effectively. A couple of things unfortunate, you know, the Devarian had a great ultimate, and he had really good positioning for that. The only problem was that he was tanking dragon the entire time he was ulting, and even for the remainder of the fight. Now we have Rengar using his ult. We're going to see if he comes in for it here. And he's prepping the stun. She doesn't quite have it done, and yeah, at that point, you're kind of broadcasting the play a little bit too much. Probably should have waited until the stun was ready, and then go in.
Yeah, Rengar, there was probably miscommunication there. He probably already ulted and then
Turning
said, "Hey,
around,
I'm
she
coming."
opens up with the ultimate. The Misfortune comes through. Heal comes out. Varian gets stunned and exhausted. Black Shield onto Varus. He's going to be able to pick up the kill, but he's not going to be able to get away from this one. Lee Sin just has to connect the Q. Just barely misses, but he's going to still go for it? Maybe.
You don't want to give Varus any more free kills on her tower if you do go for that dive.
Well, 6 for 1. The AD carries are tied on farm, both at 100 CS. And you know, a good job. They had a good engage, and considering Lee Sin showed up at the end there.
That was actually a really good fight there, though, for
Yeah.
Team Global Taunt, because Varus is actually sitting on 33,000 gold or 3,300 gold for whatever reason. I don't know why he's holding on to
wow.
that for no reason. That's half his gold, and he just wants to sit in lane with his BF sword and pickaxe.
That's
He
insane.
needs to go back
He
and get
could
an
easily
item.
finish up his IE and probably a Zeal and maybe even boots on top of that.
Even a Vamp Scepter if he
Yeah,
wants it. Like,
seriously.
he needs to go get items and get out of this lane. He comes back to this lane where he's going to give MF the advantage even though he's so fed. So
Yep.
it's a false 6-1 right now until he goes back.
Well, he does have a level up in the top turret. Renekton has to pop his ult just to force Singed away, but that turret's going to go down just from all those ranged minions constantly battering up against it.
Yeah. And that's kind of the goal of Proxy Send. You free farm, let your minions take the tower. Renekton
And
leads
here
the
we go. Yeah, Tristana coming up. She's going to try and make an attempt here. Pops the DFG and
Ooh.
goodbye, Singed. Wasn't ready for that one.
No, not exactly. I don't think he probably didn't think that Tristana could burst him that fast, but
I didn't think
He
that
doesn't
Tristana
have-
could burst him that fast.
he just has health. He doesn't have any other resistances. So.
Well, he did pick up his Rally's Crystal Scepter, so now he's going to have a little bit more survivability and a little bit more AP.
And he's more than halfway on his tier too, so maybe that'll be his next item.
Yeah, well, once they changed Jace from being the stack on your ultimate, just spamming your ultimate, Singed went back to being the fastest tier stacker in the game.
I'm just gonna point this out again since
Oh,
we're
the
bot lane.
Leona misses the Zenith Blade, but there's an auto gank. There's a gank coming in behind. Darian's going to flash away, but he's not going to be able to get out of this one. Rengar takes the kill, and now Leona trying to run away, but Lee Sin's here to help. Tristana soon following down behind. He's going to continue to engage. He actually lands the kick onto Varus. A very good job. Binding lands. He's going to jump away. TP coming in from
Yeah, here
Singed.
comes Singe and Annie too.
Annie's following up. Is she going to be able to get the flash stun off? Doesn't get the stun, but Tristana is going to jump in, get another rocket jump, and then here she's going to jump out again. Tibbers falls down.
Flash.
Doesn't look like,
Ooh.
the fling's going to knock him up. So again, man, the chaos in all of these team fights is just getting out of control.
Yeah, and the Varus, I don't know. Varus should not have been there. Let's be honest. If you have
Yeah,
4,000
look at his
gold,
items right now. He just went and purchased. He just went and purchased. He had a BF and a pickaxe.
and a Doran's.
And a Doran's Blade. He just picked up the rest of his Infinity Edge, a Zeal, Zerker Greaves, and another Bruiser's Gauntlet. Like, there's so much that he could have bought. And think about how that team fight would have gone if he
Yeah.
had, like, one of those extra items.
He would have been able to kill them like 3, maybe even.
You probably would have
3
killed...
times faster.
Yeah, easily. You would have definitely killed Leona back in the back fighting him way before Tristan or Lee Sin showed up.
But
Either way, it is what it is. Tristana now got 5 kills, so Danny's 3-2, or 5-2 rather, excuse me. And Annie's doing a good job of keeping up with her. They're even CS. I mean, the CS across the board is actually extremely even, disregarding top lane, where the Singe now is kind of picking up a lead.
yep.
He's 30 CS up.
Yeah, we'll see if Leona also keeps. She's the one who's been starting all those fights bot lane. See if she was starting those fights knowing that Varus didn't have any items. But now that he does, she has to know she can't start a fight with them anymore.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, walking into a fight like that, and honestly, the Misfortune Ultimate, it's been spot on, but it is not quite doing the damage that it needs to do right now. And you can't stand and trade with the Varus, because Varus, I think a lot of people underestimate how much damage Varus actually does when you consider that his auto attacks weave in a % of your total health.
Yep. And when he gets the 3 stacks on you, it's going to be a bonus damage.
So the top turret's going to be going down here. 1 auto attack, that's taken down. First turret of the game coming to the top lane, and
Yeah,
30
almost 20 minutes into the game too.
yeah, and it's 12-4. I mean, kills and CS are relatively even. Renekton looks like he's tracing down Singed. I think trying to just delay him a little bit so that Tristana can get there, but it is warded out. And Rengar in the bot lane comes in. He's going to be able to get the root. The Varus ult comes through. Not yet. He hasn't shot it. There it is.
There it is.
Okay, I called it a little bit early, but the Morgana ult
Rengar
used.
needs to be careful here.
Rengar, the siege minions are gonna get them.
Meanwhile, top lane, Singed.
Singed being a troll. He's gonna die. At least in here.
Ooh, it was close. He almost regened.
But they're gonna get bot. They're gonna get bot turret for it.
Oh yeah, and
Get
dragon.
bot turret, and
possibly,
they
too.
could probably move to dragon. Yeah,
Things
absolutely.
are coming out onto this dragon.
And Annie has tippers up still too, so she's gonna be able to drop that as well. and good rotations. I think the Singed is really messing with Team Global Taunt right now. We're seeing why that was forced to ban, because it's really taking them out of their element. Like they're not really sure how to react and deal with such a force on the pressure up in the top lane, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Probably we'll see that target ban next game, unless they think that it's not the problem, but...
I would definitely say that you gotta be a little bit careful. Now, AP Tristana, she's doing what she can, you know? Mindani, she's roamed top twice, picked up the kill, and she's doing a good job. Now we're gonna see they're gonna have a little bit of a fight.
Ward battle.
Remember what happened last time? We had a fight over a ward. We had ended up with somebody being instantly given. Now Flash Tibbers is up. We'll see if she goes for the Flash Tibbers. She gets the Flash Tibbers, but it was a little bit sour, if you will. Oh, maybe not. She's gonna be able to turn it around if she can get one more Q off for the stun.
No.
Oh wow, the cold of meat comes through. Rengar's gonna be able to chase this one down as soon as he enters through the bush.
Wow, that was
Maybe
actually...
a good double dash. Really, really good double dash and stun through Rengar. Gives him the vision disadvantage.
He
and
actually
then gets
waited
him to jump
outside
out.
the bush
Yep.
for that dash probably to come off cooldown.
Very well played. So a 2 for 2, or 2 for 1 rather. But they definitely made the best out of that situation.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
definitely.
that was gonna turn quickly around onto Annie, but she was able to stack her stuns so quickly. Ended up turning it around, and I'm surprised Renekton didn't get hit with that Tibbers.
Yeah, I thought once
He dashed right. He dashed right underneath it, but
yeah,
it just
I thought once he saw the Renekton, then maybe he'll go for the double stun, but because he could have got a double AOE combo off right there and still got all the damage onto Tristana if he would have played it right. But
either way, it turned out all right for him. They're sitting at quite a hefty gold lead now, about 7,000 gold. You know, Team Global Taunt, they're gonna have to be really careful. They're gonna have to figure out what they do with the Singed and maybe force something in the bot lane. They're coming through, no black shield used, and that's a quick kill.
yep. Singe coming
TP in, he's teleporting into a pretty disadvantaged fight. He flicks Mindani, and she's dropping from all of that poison damage. Varus going to be able to take out the kill on Misfortune, obviously doing so much damage. He's going to keep trying to go. The Flash has to kick away Singed, and he just continues running on. Leona flashes away from Annie, who's joining the top from the top side.
Yep.
And Rengar coming in now.
Down here.
Yeah, the damage from Varus is just way too much for them to handle. The other two going to be able to run away. Leona playing the good support and taking one for the team.
Yeah, it should be easily a second tier tower here for Void Reapers. They can't really contest it.
Nope, not at all. And then we gonna probably see a rotation towards the mid lane as well. It forced some home guard buys too, as well.
Yeah, but those are always good. But obviously, it'll slow down your power spike.
Yeah, it's about 500 gold off of whatever item you're trying to build. It's not in the position you want to be. Now we're seeing a bush gank. He doesn't see it. The DFG comes through, and another quick kill. Good job. Now Tristana going in. She's going to get the kill onto Varus and be able to jump away, but the binding hits her. Tibbers drops her down. A good binding before she could get the auto jump back out of there.
Yep.
Renekton once again popping his ultimate, just flexing his muscles at Singed as they face off, but they need to deal with mid lane right now. Misfortune is pushing bottom, and Leona can't hold this. No way.
Leona could actually go down here if a binding lands, but
she's going to use her ultimate to try and push them off the turret, at least for now. Maybe look for a little fight, but they're not having any of it. Rengar's focusing straight onto the tower.
Misfortune's actually not going to get the bot tower unless it's...
Nope, Misfortune's not getting bot either. And they're going to go on to Leona, but Leona's tanky enough she can walk away, but they do get the turret. Now a 10,000 gold lead for Void Reavers, having an excellent showing this game.
Yeah, it was looking kind of poor at the beginning, but they definitely turned around with that team fight at Dragon. And they're snowballing off of it. They got 5 towers now to 1. You know, 10,000 gold. So it's a good job by them to get back in this game and take a huge lead.
Blue buff goes over to Annie. She's going to have that one ready to rock and roll.
Maybe not for long.
Oh, maybe not for long. The DFG Tristana comes in. Now Rengar's going to try and at least get some redemption kills. The snipe from Varus, and Rengar's going to be able to stay alive for just a little bit longer.
Yeah.
He didn't actually use his empowered W. He re-queued twice. Maybe he could have lived for longer if he hit the W.
Yeah, that's possible. Maybe after Renekton saw the Varus damage on him, he might have changed his mind, but Varus is a little too close here.
Yeah, Varus is going to get caught up here, get stunned up. The Zenith Blade's going to connect. He's going to go into the turret. No follow-up damage though. They're just gonna take mid turret.
Yeah, that turret's way low, so
You know, I gotta give a lot of credit to Mindani. I mean, even though the team, they're so far behind, she's still making all these aggressive picks and plays, and she's really trying to make something happen here.
yeah,
Leona going in.
Man,
That's not a situation I think you want to go in on, especially without your AP Tristana burst. She's going to get flung, and now Singed is just a beast, sitting there with 3,000 health and 200 ability power.
yeah.
Quickly becoming the worst nightmare of their team.
Yeah, Medani is doing a good job of getting these picks, but she needs to be careful, especially when she's going for Annie, because if Annie
They
has
turn
Tiffers
around
up,
real fast.
it's really whoever starts the combo wins. So
Oh, of course. Devarian going in. Kiaru obviously focused on Mindani, but he's going to go ahead and go for Misfortune. The flash Tibbers just barely misses, and the
Oh, the
snipe
snipe.
from Varus ends up finishing off the kill. A couple ultimates used there. Tibbers just trudging through the base, and they're going to
Rip.
lay siege onto the inhibitor turret.
yeah, I don't think they can do it right now, though. They're a little low. They're probably going to want to just back off Ward Baron.
And we do notice that Singed has completed his Seraph's Embrace,
Oh,
as
Rengar
well
actually
as
popped his ultimate
Banshee's
there.
Veil. Yeah, as well as a Banshee's Veil, so...
Rengar ultimate down. I don't know why he popped it there during a dead siege with no wave, so...
It might have looked like an engage or something was happening. It's so hard to tell sometimes on Rengar. You just gotta kind of guess when people are gonna step out the base so you can jump on them and globe them before anything else happens. But this does position them well for Dragon. They're gonna just increase that security margin, pick up a Dragon, and probably re-siege up. Maybe turn towards Baron.
Yeah, if anything, they just need to ward the area, clear out Team Global Taunt wards. They just need to secure the area for now. They can continue the siege if they want to, but
They do need to ward up a little bit better for some siege, and if they're gonna rotate, Team Global Taunt is definitely...
yeah, they have so many wards in their on their side right now.
Yeah, they definitely are not keeping up with the wards. At least Team Global Taunt, that's what you need to do in these kind of situations, is make sure you have ward coverage. Like an extra long sword isn't going to do anything. It's not going to do half as much as 3
Yeah.
wards will. That vision is invaluable in League
They
of
just need
Legends.
to make sure that they're not going to try any, or that Void Reapers isn't going to try any cheeky bush plays. in their
TP
own
coming
jungle.
in, but Singe is going to be walking into 3 people. What my eyes are set on is Morgana walking into a bush. She's going to get blown up immediately. She's going down eventually. Okay, there she goes. And Singe still tanking up Misfortune, just standing there laying down the impure shots, but Annie's walking up now looking for a kill. We're going to see Renekton, Drunsu, he's got his stun prime. Singe does finally take out Misfortune, but now they've locked all their crowd control onto Annie, who's turned in with the Tibbers stun. Not very much damage. Leona flashes forward for another stun. Tibbers is going to take the kill there, but this is going to look like probably a kill for... Yeah, there we go. Singe is not
That
going
was
to
an
ever
all
die.
Singed
Singe
fight
is
right
never going to
there.
die.
Singe started that fight 3v1 by himself.
Singe
and
will never...
finish the fight with the clean ace.
Yeah, he will never die in a 2 for... a 2 for 4.
Yeah, and his Archangel staff just finished as well, or Seraphs. So,
Unbelievable.
so he has a lot of
Well,
health.
he's had the Archangels for a while, but yeah, he's filling up a Randuin's now as well. Singed is the real terror, guys. Don't ever chase a Singed, and don't ever let one walk behind your team and start a team fight. He was taking damage for so long. He was in
Yeah.
that fight. I almost lost track of how long he had been in it.
They have no solution for him right now. I mean, not even Tristana can do a lot of damage, but
And Mindani jumping in again. A Zonia's is gonna push her off. A good Zonia's, and actually Mindani's gonna go down. Justin One playing that very close to the chest.
yeah. Maybe Mandani thought the Zanya's wasn't up again, because that was pretty quickly. I mean, I probably just came off cooldown just before that little...
Well, she didn't get the stack of impure shots down, which was the big killer, because
Yeah.
that would obviously outlast the Zonia's, but it didn't get put
But
down.
Black Shield would have... Maybe.
Yeah, perhaps, yeah. We see the DFG going down on Renekton. He's going to go down. Now they might be able to finish off. We know what happened last time. They hung around a Singed. Double kill. And maybe even a triple kill coming in as soon as he gets his fling here.
Good guy, Senj.
Scumbag Annie steals the
I think that was
steals
good
the
guy,
triple.
Senj. He's already tanky enough.
Now we see Rengar jumping in from behind.
Oh,
He
and the
picks
snipe.
up the kill. Varus, man, the KSs are unreal in this game.
Yeah. I think he oh,
Tristana jumping in. She got the impure shots this time. Rengar's going down, but meanwhile, mid lane, they're taking down the inhibitor turret.
yep. She doesn't have her ult, so she's not too worried or not too scary.
And I think when you're the only man up in this kind of a defense, you gotta just let the turret go and let the inhibitor go. Maybe fight up on your doubles. But
Uh-oh,
getting
getting
hit by a
caught by
binding
binding.
like that's not gonna be a good situation. The final arrow.
Oh my
Oh, it
goodness.
doesn't get her. Like 16 health, she somehow manages to live with just a sliver. That one arrow went the
Yeah.
distance.
Unfortunately,
it
it didn't crit. If that was a crit, that would have been.
Yeah, we were
Different
talking.
story.
It was Lucian the other night. We were talking about the difference between his auto attacks. When they crit, it's a larger bolt.
Yeah.
It's like a flash larger bolt. I know Tryndamere swings over his head whenever he crits, so you can like tweak your crits that way. You know when you're gonna get a crit next. If you cancel your auto attack early enough. But now a moment's reprieve as they have taken the inhibitor down, and they're probably going to move over towards Baron. They don't have any pink wards set up, but they do have some sweepers, so they'll be able to at least clear out any wards currently in the area. And it's so hard to make a play against a team that's staying together like this is AP Tristana. I mean, any assassin really. It's so difficult to get your way into the back line and make a play.
Yeah, definitely, especially when your back line is being destroyed by a Senge.
That's absolutely true, and we see Singe doing what he does best, just walking towards you.
Yeah, he's
I mean,
almost
there's
at
no-
4,000 health. And
There's no vision over here. I mean, if we look at the vision for Globalton here, they're coming in. Oh, binding lands onto Renekton. He's gonna dive into the back line. Singed is going into the enemy back line, and we're gonna focus up on the top here. Lee Sin, first one to fall down. Renekton soon to follow here. Leona also standing in the midst. Tower's not gonna be enough to finish off Rengar. And a good job to Tristana, but she's gonna get hit by the static shiv and a quadra kill. Coming in for Varus, who is 19-3 now.
Senge was just in that back line that whole team fight, just zoning out all
And he's
the
now going
damage
to go
from
tank the
TGT.
double turrets. The disrespect is real. And this will be the end of the game here. I'm most positively sure of it. 22-40. Void Reapers with a very strong performance taking game one.
And there it is, the Nexus falls.
All right, we're going to be just about a minute or so out, and we will be right back to you with the next champ select.